Amberlynn Reed may be getting canceled, but it sure ain't hurting her bottom line so far. Hey y'all, just like Amberlynn's live streaming couch, I may be worn out, but I'm not done with Gorlworld just yet. Emily let the proverbial cat out the back door into the Wisconsin winter this weekend, dropping her I Was Amber's Victim story via Mr. Snowflake's Under the Hood channel. Amber spiraled in stages as the whole thing unfolded. Mr. Snowflake announced he had been talking with Emily well before his video dropped, giving Amber plenty of time to pregame a pathetic attempt at damage control.
And I had to call someone, and I was genuinely, like, freaking out, because I was like, I don't know what to do anymore. Like, how much longer can I stay silent? How much? And the whole time I'm sitting here thinking how I don't want to hurt Tommy. And I literally hate even referring to her as Tommy, because we all know.
Then don't. It's weird that you still are. This whole thing is weird.
But still, I have that little tiny bit of respect that's still there. But we haven't been together this whole time. This whole fucking time.
Okay, sure, whatever. Do I think Amber thinks they were together? Yeah, probably. Do I think Emily was still contacting Amber in, shall we say, an intimate way? Yeah, absolutely she was. Did Emily think they were together? Something serious? No. Emily used Amber for her jollies, and much like Chantal, Amber went along with something that was probably not the best idea because she wanted to be claimed, and it's good fodder for the grift.
And I have seen the things that she has said to me, about me. Whether that be in comments, whether that be in private messages, where it finally is, like, revealed. She had a whole.
That just adds to the argument that you are delulu about how together y'all actually were. Someone who is really and truly your partner isn't calling you disparaging names to a bunch of online strangers. That's weird. That's real weird behavior, and the fact that you tolerated that is absolutely pathetic and is not making you look any better.
Reddit. Where she made fun of my body.
You knew what she was. Everyone told you what she was. And now you're going to cry that she had things to say about your body.
I was trying to protect someone I loved. And that's fucking pathetic. That's what I was doing. My girlfriend, behind my back, was calling me Porcahontas.
The fact that you think that was your girlfriend, or you expect us to believe you thought that?
My mom wanted me to leave Tommy. Just constantly telling me, break up with her. Like, still, like, literally from yesterday. Just leave her, just leave her. Like, my mom knows everything.
Now that's kind of believable. I do kind of believe that Mama Lynn probably has told her this. But also, we know how compliant Mama Lynn is. She also drove her to Wisconsin. I'm sure she was telling her the whole way it's a terrible idea. She still did it. But that's just how Mama Lynn is. She'll give you a ride to the bad idea, probably tell you it's a bad idea the whole way, but she'll still give you a ride, drop you off, help you unload your bag. She packed you a lunch.
I have never been with someone so vindictive and, like, genuinely, like, scary in my life. I feel afraid to say anything. I've been afraid to say anything this whole time. Because, like, I did not want to hurt her. And she wanted nothing to do with online. But then she would say all these awful things. It's like anything.
See, that's not exactly true. It's not that she wanted nothing to do with online. She just didn't want to get any hate herself. She tested the water. She found that there was a receptive audience to her if she fully turned on you, and then she dropped those texts to Snowflake.
Happened in Wisconsin, like any argument that happened in Wisconsin, was due to a betrayal that I found out that she was doing right next to me. literally right next to me. Imagine having BPD, unregulated, unmedicated.
Whose responsibility is that, though? Is it Emily's fault? Is it Emily's responsibility? Is your unregulated, unmedicated BPD, you adult woman in your 30s, anyone's responsibility but your own, though? But okay, let's keep playing the blame game. Why not? Who cares? I don't really like Emily either, so carry on.
And finding out just betrayal, 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 betrayal. Like, you go crazy. Like, you genuinely go crazy. And I have done nothing but stick up for her. She literally told me, I promise I will never hurt you again. I mean, this is genuinely what she would say to me every single time she hurt me.
So the couch streams preceding and following Mr. Snowflake's video are pretty much just this whining and blaming until a few hours later when she came on very strangely calm and at peace again. Almost like her and Emily were talking again, and the grift had worked because her views were up. Win-win, I guess. Of course, Emily's texts to Mr. Snowflake line up pretty well with what the other exes have had to say and with what most watchers have long suspected. The only thing surprising in Gorlworld anymore is how low the girls will go to outdo themselves and each other. As for who left the door open, allowing Rarity out into the Wisconsin winter, it matters not to me which individual was neglectful of the door, Amber or Emily. Amber was the one who hauled her pets on a multi-hour, multi-state road trip to a strange place without thinking to have them microchipped first. Once Mr. Snowflake's video premiered, Amberlynn decided to strike while the super chat iron was hot and wasted little time going live to respond, something we all had on our glow-in-the-dark bingo cards. There's a lot to unpack here, and as tempting as it is just to throw the whole suitcase into a landfill and walk away, let's get into it. Yes, I believe Amberlynn was likely abusive to Emily, and that the Snowflake texts are pretty much true. Much like the other exes and the videos from their era, these allegations line up pretty well with what we saw unfold during the Wisconsin Arc vlogs. Emily may have a history of being a feeder and a weirdo online, but she hasn't struggled with honesty quite like our girl. Interestingly, Amber did seem to know pretty specifically what Emily was likely to run her mouth about, which also adds to Emily's credibility in my mind. In her first Damage Control live, Amberlynn mentioned turmoil in the relationship around a betrayal. The couch stream in question notably took place after Snowflake's teaser post, but before the video itself containing the details of Emily's texts, wherein Emily recollects a fight about micro-cheating. Seems to me Amber was anticipating that specific cup to be toppled at Emily's tea spill. If Emily was making it up or embellishing, how would Amber know which fight she would reference? It's too neat of a coincidence or a guess to my mind to be anything other than Amber knowing Emily would likely bring up this very real incident. And this is Amberlynn Reed we're talking about. She gaslights as easily and as often as she denies. That she would frame this as a betrayal while Emily describes a fight about overblown cheating accusations tells me the incident happened and Amber just doesn't see herself as in any way in the wrong. So yes, much as Gorlworld expected, I believe Amber tried the same behaviors with Emily as we saw with her past partners, maybe even worse. I also believe Emily is a proper piece of cow patty in her own right who had ill intentions of her own. And it's hard to find much of a sympathy bone for either when Gorlworld warned them about each other from day one. As for Amber's claim that her and Emily were together until recently, I have some suspicions there as well. Do I believe Amber thought they were together? Very possibly, yes. Though she also knows Gorlworld was primed to believe it, as many have theorized Amber had been attempting a fake breakup girlfriend switcheroo a la the Jade era all along anyway, so it could just be a little hater bait to get some views up. But I do think it's very possible she believed herself to be in a real relationship with Emily. Do I believe Emily considered herself to be in a serious, committed, long-term relationship with Amber? A life partner situation type deal? Not at all. I suspect Emily was just breadcrumbing or something similar in an attempt to keep Tantrum Lynn or her own loneliness at bay. Knowing how volatile Amber is, even from her short tenure as Mrs. Lynn, she may have tried to gently cut ties to avoid an explosion and minimize damage. And let's not forget who Emily is and what we know about her past. She went from her late fiance direct to Amber, speed ran her ALR season, then spent the following months continuing to cultivate Gorlworld attention on Instagram and Reddit. Pursuing Amber while still mourning her late feedy fiancé suggests a specific kind of itch Emily needed scratched, a desire she may well have succumbed to again in her weakest lonely moments, well after she shipped Amber home even. Just because she didn't want to play house with Amber doesn't mean she wanted to lose all access to her. And as much as she may protest, Emily has demonstrated time and again she doesn't mind interacting with Gorlworld, as long as the comments come in the form of sympathetic ass pats and not sordid allegations. I do think she longs for some of the blind support that haters gave Beck, and doesn't fully understand or accept the difference between Beck's past internet sins and her own. I also think some of Emily's more mean-spirited online jabs have been a kind of negging related to her infamous portly preferences, a way of testing Amber now that she was safely at a distance, to see what she would tolerate as long as she thought there was a chance they could still be together. I think she was also testing the waters as far as her re-entry into the Gorlworld pool, seeing how she would be received if she fully turned on Amber before spilling to Mr. Snowflake. This certainly wouldn't be the first instance of a public insult covering up a private, intimate DM situation type deal, and I've come to change my mind about whether Amber's ego could excuse it all as a smokescreen. They were supposed to look broken up after all, keep the heat off Emily's personal life, and I could certainly see her thinking a late-night spicy text or two means something more than it does. She would absolutely put Pocahontas aside for a 2 a.m. crumble call. Amber, ever grasping for views in the couch stream era, I'm sure was more than happy to go live and try to cry about it all. While you may think she's punching the air over Emily's info drop, and while she may be doing a better job weeping and whining about this than she did Rarity, I somehow doubt she's all that put out, despite the attempt at real tears. Let me stress again that I do believe Emily's allegations about Amber. I just believe she can be both a victim in this way and a villain in others when it comes to her relationship with Amberlynn and her presence in Gorlworld. I also believe Amberlynn is delulu about the nature of their relationship, even if Emily did maintain some intimate contact, which I also believe is true. Now, all that blabbing being blabbed, I do think that based on views and on the volume of super chats from this fiasco and the response stream she did, this is an absolute grift on Amber's part. Our girl hasn't produced a regular vlog video in weeks, and has recently taken the couch streams live to drum up interest. Meanwhile, Gorlworld reactors and hate watchers have been glued to Chantal's Syrian disaster tourist scam to scandal story. Amber knows nothing pays off for her these days like spiraling over a soured situationship or crying her way through a failed clapback at another ex with allegations. And apparently they're back at it like 7 hours later. Oh, God, I don't care. Whatever. I think they're both toxic. I think it's a grift. And I think Amber will tolerate just about anything at this point to be claimed and get the views back. In the past, I don't think she would have tolerated these kinds of insults, but with Emily, she holds a lot less cards than she did with old henpecked Beck or delinquent Dusty. These women are in their 30s, y'all. I have a tension headache now. That's all I've got for this one. Like and subscribe if you're a little concerned about what Chantal or Rosie might do to get the spotlight back after this, and I'll be back faster than an Amberlynn ex with allegations. Bye.
You watched it, didn't you?